I think I like this little life. Welcome to my very crazy world. Join me and watch me as I bump my head along my journey of success, and whatever that is for you, I pray you figure that thing on out. But in the meantime and in between time, let go.
Welcome back to the podcast. You said it, I didn't. I'm your host, Arianne, a licensed therapist, board-approved supervisor, mommy of two amazing people. Founder of Elite Therapy, mental health group practice in Harvey, Louisiana, and a lover of God. And that girl, hello. But today I just want you to think of me as your therapy bestie. Like, we won't talk because I want the best for you. But, you know, I might say a couple things and don't hold it against me. So, I feel like I need a drum roll. I have with me my very first guest, and I'm totally bucked up. She is, I want to say that girl because I want you to know, you know what I mean? Like, she is number one, a woman of God. She is a girl's girl, a boss, a spirit that is to be experienced. You're a friend. Like one of those, I ain't got to talk to you every day, but I know it's going to pull up on me. Paris and Passion / P Money / my petty / Paris. Welcome.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
I'm honored to be here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's a thing, huh? Look, it's new. Y'all gonna have to give us some grace.
Yes.
So, okay, position. You good? You comfortable? Push it back. Bring it back. Sure.
I'm good.
Anywho, so P, I know you, but tell us about you.
You know, it's so many layers to me. So, what in specifically would you think the people would like to know?
Whatever you want them to know.
Well,
I want them to know something. I'm gonna bring it up, but what do you want? What you got going on? Like, what you know? Let the people know. You know.
So, hi everyone. Like Arianne said, I am Paris and Patcher. I am the founder and creator of the PMH collection, which is a lifestyle brand, self-care, self-love brand. We have our first product, which is prayer journals for women and men. I've been documenting my prayers for over a decade to God. So I decided to produce my own journals. I am also the owner of an online women's boutique called My Classy Closet.
Yes.
I'm also a mental health professional. I love to travel. I'm just all around.
Now you see why I said I don't want to say that girl, but in real life. What I love most is that it actually is in real life. Like, not just, she is on social media and she popping on social media, but in real life, I text me and I was like, well, first of all, you don't know this about me, but it's really, really hard for me to ask for help. You might know that about me. Okay, yeah.
We've been knowing each other for a while.
I take that back.
Yes.
So I started doing the podcast, and like everything else I do, it on my own with God, of course. But I reached out.
You did.
I reached out, and it wasn't just the yes. It was the how. It was how you said yes. And I was like, damn.
Well, first off, I believe in you. Since Suno days. Let's take it back. Because we've been doing this. So just to see how far you've come, your journey, I'm just very proud of you. So you've known since the beginning, any and everything that you need, I'm pulling up to support you, whatever it may be. So of course, it's like, here again, I'm coming over here for you.
And that really was.
Yes, ma'am.
That really was the energy too. And it's like, I wish, and we all working on something. I wish I wish that's not for anybody but me. Like, I need to know, people really would pull up on
Oh,
me.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Definitely.
When you said that, when you said it, how you said yes, I was like, okay, that positively reinforced me to ask somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it was a struggle for me to ask first. And of course, I always wanted you here. I'm just like, all right, I guess I got, I guess I'm about to get a guess. So then when you say yes, I'm like, all right, well, shoot, let me see if Dr. A available. Let me see if Dr. Real available. And everybody was a yes. Yes, of course. Yeah, that is insane. I asked my uncle one day, I told my uncle, I was like, I got a problem, uncle. He was like, what's wrong, baby? I said, well, I got a problem asking for help. I was in the back seat, in the back of our sofa. And he said, why? What, they gonna beat you? The only thing they can say is no. I was like, yeah, but I don't like nose like that. But.
So what is that? What is that deeply rooted? Look at me putting on my
no.
I'm sorry.
This is why you need. Listen, I know exactly. It's not having it.
Understand.
Premature independence, like hyper independence.
That's one of the qualities I admire about you early on.
You said that when we was in Suno. You was like, you got your
listen, you were doing it on apartment, full-time job, going to school full-time, working full-time, just paying your bills. It was real big girl stuff early on.
19. Yeah.
Early on. And I was so impressed. And I told you that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a big deal.
Yeah. And sometimes we tend not to because we're living in it every day and it's our reality. But from the outside in, and yes, you deserve your flowers early on. So that is why I had to tell you then. And now you just took over the world. So hey, look where we are now. But I always knew this for you from the beginning. Yes, ma'am. I've seen it in you way back when. So, you know me, I'm love to encourage and say what I see, then plant those seeds to let you know, hey, I see you.
You've been so consistent with that. And I feel like it goes, like, this is beyond a compliment. This is a part of your legacy. That's when I say your spirit, I think, is a gift, because a lot of women, and this is a popular topic, like a lot of women have been jaded. A lot of women have been scorned by other women, whether in business, friendships, family.
Yeah.
And when you get a genuine person like you, is sometimes people don't know how to take it. So they're like, she just like that for social media. She just like that. Like, she just putting on. She just is like, in real life. I just wish it was more people like that,
Yeah.
But I like to want kindness for the world, to want us women to win. I saw you made a video, and it was you pulling out of Chick-fil-A, and somebody was pulling in, and you got your bag call, and she got her bag call, and you was like, and
yes, that was recent. That was recent.
Yes, and I'm like, she like I look at the videos and I hope they don't think she lying.
Yeah, I hope I don't know. My brain doesn't go to that place of what they may be thinking or not, because of the fact that I know me, I know who I am, I know where I'm going in life, I know whose I am, first and foremost. So it doesn't even go to whether or not they
receive it.
Yeah, it's who I am. It's who I've always been. It's who I will always will be. Does not matter what goes on in my personal life. I will always show up as the person who God has called for me to be, because someone needs what He has put in me. So I'm going to always live in my purpose. I'm going to encourage. I'm going to inspire. I'm going to be there in ways that I can for people. And I'm just going to continue to be a light, because I prayed for people to see my Christian life. I prayed for that a long time ago. That's been my prayer, because it's so much that goes on in the world. Like, I do not have to be a product of that, of anything. I can just be who God has called for me to be, my true, authentic self. So,
how'd you get that? how did you get such a intimate relationship with God for it to ooze out of your pores? Like it is. You don't have to think. You just are. How did you get like that?
I grew up in church, but when when you're young, you're kind of like forced to go to church and do the things. So yes, but I want to say building my own personal relationship with God. And the same way I would build a friendship, I would call my friends the same way I would be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But with me studying the Bible for myself, with me going through life, trials and tribulations, don't know another way to turn to.
That don't get
snatch me up, okay? Right. You have no choice.
You know what?
Get on your knees, pray, write this prayer journal, cry out to me, read a scripture. That's it. I have had my back against the wall a few times, and I'm still living more times than I
would like to.
Can't even really remember, but I know it's written down in prayer journals. I know that.
Yeah, you got a collection.
Yeah, it's since 2010.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 2024. So yes, it's books on top of books, probably things that people wouldn't even know that I have experienced in life. But yes,
that's the thing. And I said this I might have said it to a client, and self-disclosing, which is purposeful in therapy, but when people see, even like me, when they see me, they have expectations. They think this, they think that, which is true. Don't get it. It's all very true. But in addition to that truth, there's also a space, there's a space where I cried out to God, and I want to say it was maybe 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. It was one of those. I said, I'm broken. I am lost. I am confused. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm tired.
Bring
I, in a fetal position, in the living room, cried out to God.
Yes.
I felt like Kevin Hart. Help me.
Help me.
What energy about to come,
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't even describe it. I feel like the more the words came out, and it was some not ugly words, but it was broken.
Yes.
Lost. Girl, you got all this. What you mean you lost? Lost. For me to say what I said to God in that moment, I don't know why, but I did. I felt so powerful.
That's it. Because he wants that.
I felt so powerful. Yeah. And I kept going. I pointed it all out. All of a sudden, there was I don't know if that was just in, and I'm just going with them. The kids got to go. I got to bring home here. I got to do that. Got to karate dance. Business, payroll. Here we go. Oh, insurance. Wait, cards. I need to switch. Oh, my God. When I cried out to God, and I wept. I just laid there. I laid there. I'm talking to you now. You need to talk to me. And I ain't going to something. Yeah. And then for me, the physical sensation of just I'm right here. I'm right here.
All alone.
When I crank this Bible open, it better be something. It better be
give me a word.
You better loud and clear. I don't want to whisper.
Yes.
Loud and clear. And just to show. Open up the scriptures and whatever it is that you need. And I'm just my bad. I ain't have to go off like that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah. And we talk about it in therapy, but the walk with God, the connection with God, the amount of time that you spend with God, the quality of that time you spend with God, confused, lost. I don't even know what that scripture means. Let me Google that word. My walk might look different from yours.
Yeah. Just walk. Yeah. Just walk. Just move your feet. Just do something. I will handle the rest. Just do it. And trust me, been there.
It's I need more of that.
Yes.
I need more of that. And I can be hard on myself. So when I know what works for me and I get off track, I'm come on.
life, but we have to make the time, just like we make the time for our kids, our businesses, everything else. We have to make, and it's not I gotta spend 2 hours on it's what you feel led to do, but make the time. Even if that's early in the morning or late at night, we have to, because God wakes us up in the morning. You just don't guarantee we can see another day. That's right. So at least thank you. So
That's a part of my reboot. So I have a 2-part question.
okay.
What does it look like for things to be on track? Like the reading, working out, I'm eating healthy, I'm productive, I'm getting my rest, life is good. What does it look like for you to be on track? What does your track look like? But then when you get off track, what does the reboot look like? What does it look like for you to get back on track? What's that process like?
So, what it looks like to be on track is everything you just named. Reading my word. I read 2 devotionals. I read the Bible, and I will write in my prayer journal. And I also listen to a meditation app, Insight Timer, on my phone. So I would listen to a meditation app. And so that's my on track. That's in the morning. And then after that, it's the gym. After the gym, yes. I just added yoga. So now yoga again. So having that, and it just looks like fulfillment. I'm sorry, it feels like fulfillment. It also feels, sometimes I may not get everything done on my to-do list, but I was present. I spent time with God. I worked on my mental health, my spiritual health, physical. I took care of me. And that's so important because we run these businesses, we're creating content, etc., everything that goes into the back end of running multi-million-dollar businesses. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're doing all the things, but we need to pour into ourselves. So yes, it looks like fulfillment. Feels like fulfillment, excuse me. Feels very fulfilled.
Well, honey, it looks like it too. If I'm
it looks like
it definitely looks like it. It feels like it. Quite like a duck.
It's a duck. I'm done for that.
I love it. Okay, so
but I do get off track.
Yeah.
At times. I have been traveling for maybe the past 4 months.
I heard that.
And
since I haven't been gone. I said, B, I think I'll be in the country for that month. Whoa, where's you going, baby? And put me in the suitcase.
I got you, girl. I got you.
I love it. Okay, so get off to traveling, yes.
So traveling, but when I travel, I'm still doing my self-care as it relates to praying, meditating. I may not go to the gym. I may or may not, I may not do that, but it's okay because I'm not hard on myself at all.
You said that before. The fact that you choose, like, I may not get all of my to-do done, but or I may not work out, but you choose to be optimistic and look at the bright side. Like, that is a choice.
Yes. I give myself a lot of grace. I really do. I am growing. And I have not ever been this age before. I am living in answered prayers. I am all the things. I'm giving myself lots of grace. I'm not hard on myself. I don't talk to myself a certain way. How some people, they have to talk to themselves and curse themselves out and say, "Girl, you better listen, Pete, you gonna get it done. You know when you're ready to do it, it's going to get done." And the time is everything. Having that relationship with God, but also I grew up in a house of love, honestly. So to even before I had this relationship with God, I was always loved by my parents. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that is it. I am a product of love. I am not a product of being yelled at, cursed out, treated from a certain way from my parents. Not at all.
This is so good. Let me tell you why this is good. When we get into inner child work and we get into parts work and the subconscious, oftentimes what I have to do is I have to walk my client through, bring me to the age where it hurt the most, or bring me to that space where you learned this behavior, and kind of go into why. And I too have had to walk this walk, not from you. Thank God, I'm grateful for my upbringing as well.
Yes.
But it is where do we find the loopholes? Was it neglect? Was it abuse? Was it something you saw on TV and you internalized this? Was it something your auntie used to always tell you that didn't happen, but now you believe it happened? So now my life is whatever this idea is.
Yes.
And so now we have to go fill that up with what was supposed to always be there. I love that you're here because we have a real life example of what that looks like. If you would have experienced some of the things that our clients experience, and you would have had to do the thing that you're doing now.
Yes.
But you're doing it now because you got that coming up.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I attribute that definitely to my parents.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Yes. My dad has since passed on, transitioned in 2018. My mom is still here with me. Thank God.
And she's here.
And she's here,
Yes,
of course. But yes, I am a product of love. And not just from my parents, my entire family. I grew up with love. Cousins, aunts, uncles. Yes.
Do you know how rare that is?
I've heard that a whole lot. I've heard that. Yes.
Why I say that your spirit is a gift. It is a gift to the people that is like, man, you're still human, but you really are whole.
Yep. That's the word. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
as human as you are. Shout out to them.
Shout out to you, family.
Yay! and it transcends through the things that you share about your family. When your dad passed, it's weird to have an emotional response because you don't know. I've never met him, but I know you.
Yes.
And your relationship with your dad. And when I found that out and I saw that, world stopped.
Yeah.
And immediate. How is she? Is she okay? I think she's okay because I think he did a damn good job with her. Both, obviously, family. But no, that's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Not that relationship. You know?
Do you know how many people on social media was reaching out to me saying, I just felt like I lost
the day.
My day.
Yes, that's it.
They said that. Just to see that father and daughter relationship.
Yep. As crazy as y'all are.
As crazy as.
Young
but and I received so many messages from young women telling me that they helped them to mend their relationships with their fathers. Now that is none but God's work. Because I just decided to turn on the camera one day and share him and all his things. Now, granted, I've been living with this man all my life, seeing all the crazies with him.
This ain't new to me.
This is not new. I just want y'all to see how this man.
The thing with his face, he said, yeah, family.
Yes. I want you my face. I use it too. So what it was, backstory is.
Yes, please. That is my favorite video. Yeah.
I still have that video, of course. Backstory. I was a part of a MLM company, and we were selling facial wash, which was one of the products. And of course, my dad was one of my customers. So I wanted to show people that not only I use it, But I have my whole household using it, my mom and my dad. And my dad just took it up a notch. Okay. He was like, I know, right? I say that all the time.
He would have.
He really would have went viral. But if he was still here, oh my God. Then he was just watching his face like, hey, family, constituents. Yes, I use it too. And I'm like, I never, it's the constituents. Girl, what? So I never had to prep him or anything. I just turned the camera on and he was just himself. He was just himself. And that was the support. So behind all of that, yes, it's a beautiful video. He's using the products, but it's the underlying part is the support. I am supporting my daughter's business. I'm showing you all I use it too. Mm-hmm. So not only she's using it, but because I use it as well. So it's the support, and that was I've always had that with him, with my family. However, I didn't always do. So I did what he wanted me to do, I went to the college he wanted me to go to. So I started off at Southern in Baton Rouge. Okay. So he graduated from there. But I left there, and that's when I went to SUNO for my sophomore up to senior year, graduated from there. Then I went back to Southern for my master's. So I want my child to go to Southern, graduate from Southern University, A&M Baton Rouge. So I did it, okay? I did not become the attorney, which I still can. But I did not become the attorney like he wanted me to. Okay. But, I did get it. Yes. Oh, let's see.
Don't put it off now. Criminal justice, though, right?
Yeah. I have my undergrad in criminal justice. Yep. So, minor in psychology.
Hold tight there. You might have a bone to fight.
You may have just a little bit. But then he started seeing Classic Closet taking off. So he was like, oh, okay, then you're good. He just wanted to make sure that, my girl is good. Like, hey, you never know what God has. If he has attorney in the future, attorney had you.
All right.
Any and everything.
Can we be a business? There really is nothing you cannot do.
Thank you.
There really is nothing you cannot do. Thank you. That is wild to think that, Philippians 4:13, but to know it, to be it, to walk in it. She's like, yeah. I want, if nobody takes away anything, I want people to learn how to give themselves grace. Because I used to have a therapist. God bless all.
I'm afraid that I to get used to funny.
No. Every single session, she would say, I really give yourself grace. You see how you talk nice to yourself? Not so much. I could be very hard on myself, and it comes from a place. Now, I'm much more nice to myself. But every single session, she would say, Arianne, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. And in the beginning, I would receive it, but it started to annoy me a little bit. To the point where I could anticipate her about to say, give yourself grace. Mm-hmm. Well, darling, clearly it ain't clicking, right? So long story short, I stopped seeing her. Got with another therapist who I have now. Shout out to you, Danielle. And she speaks to me the way that I could receive it. And she explained to me, Arianne, what does it look like for you to give yourself grace? Mm-hmm. Remember, I now have to feel something that I didn't have.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. By no fault of my parents, they're amazing. Mm-hmm. But I needed to learn that. And so, in so many ways, one time she told me, sis, you don't need another degree. You need a therapist. That was the face I need. This was like the first or second session. No, this was the second session. The first one she gathered me to. In the most loving way.
Because we do that with our clients. We do.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
Yes. And I did this.
Girl, I'm about to go get this PhD.
Sis. It's all right. All right. I'm all in.
It's also because you know that you can do it. You know, you're so smart. You are just when you put your mind to something, you say
so
we. But when you put your mind, look what we, first of all, look what we sitting in.
Yeah.
Honey, we were just in the room.
In the box.
On the dead.
Grateful
and grateful, but look where we are. So I do understand that. But where are you now as it relates to getting the degree? Do you feel as if you still need it? Or
100%.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Need it or want it?
Want it.
Okay.
The reason, and this was, I went to therapy. Dr. Bro, my graduate professor, he said he wants all of us to go to therapy before we get our degree. So I go. I didn't really have any issues. I'm about to graduate. I'm lit. And I go in, and she's like, "Well, who brings you in?" I'm like, "I know what you're doing. I've been doing that with my clients. I mean, what?" And so I was like, "Well, you know, my professor said he wants us to go see a therapist. So I'm here. We don't have any issues, you know, but I am here." So she was like, "Okay, well, how's school going?" I said, "School's going great. Grades are really good. I graduated, yada yada yada." She was like, "Okay, so what's next?" I said, "Well, my graduate degree, my PhD." And she was like, "Oh, you're gonna get it." She was a Jewish lady, white, or whatever, one of the two. And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, what made you decide to do that?" That's what it all unraveled. And I had to think about that. I was like, wait, because I don't like student loans.
Right.
I graduated with my master's with $5,000 in student loans. I don't like loans. And I didn't know much about it, but I just know I don't like it.
Nice.
So I'm like, I mean, you know, make my parents proud of the first grad, you know, first year. She said, "Oh, you want to make it?" I just, you know, it kind of continued from there. And then I was just like, wait a minute, I'm not doing this for me. I'm not about to go get in debt for somebody else. They're not paying for it. I am. And technically, I don't need it. I don't need it. You know, and every therapist that I've had have all had PhDs. My therapist now, she has a master's. The only one.
And you like her.
I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to unwrap my head around, I need this thing to make me this thing. Let me deal with why I think I need anything to make me anything other than what I am. A child of God who can do anything. Don't play with me and my God. Right? Right? Yes. But she told me how to give myself grace. She gave me the sentences. She helped me point it out so that I could easily identify it. Oh, there I go again. And as we're talking, she's helping me to be accountable. There's a difference between being accountable and just talking horrible to yourself. And I started to kind of jump that curve. I saw her transition. She was like, yes, accountability. Yes, Arianne. And then she started to do this. And I caught it. And I knew she was about to say it because I had caught it. And I could hear the other therapist saying, give yourself grace. Also, this is what that looks like. Because I'm like, girl, you knew better than that. Like, come on, what are you doing? When you know better, you do better. Why would you? Really, Arianne? It's like, what you say? Pete, it didn't get done. It'll get done when I get done.
It really will.
Grace.
It really will. It always does. So in the middle of that, why am I stressing? Why am I putting all of this on myself, which is not even for me to carry? That's too heavy. That's too heavy. Oh no, I need it.
It was never meant.
Never meant for us to carry at all.
If we feel like we got it, we won't. If we feel like we got it, we won't need it. You know, my scripture reading this morning was Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created. I had to go back and be like, I just kept thinking about the ocean. Like, you did.
Yes.
That?
Yes. When I think of the ocean, when I see the ocean,
Me too.
I say, wow. Just seeing his beautiful creation and just being present. So he did that.
Come on.
What we going to do when we're feeling, we'll probably
I I got all my cortisol hormones raging, on my stress hormones. And
No.
I got a zit over here. And
it ain't
you doing too much. It was never
meant. Yeah. Situations, life circumstance, different things make us feel as if we have to take that on, but we really don't.
You know, I told her the other day when I was in the living room on the floor, I said, I'm done. Take it back. And I ain't coming to get it.
Nope. I don't care what the world says. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care this and that. I'm not chasing that. I'm not doing that. Girl, for what? Peace.
And I like my skin clear.
Girl, okay? I like everything clear.
Right? I like
yes.
I kept singing this stuff.
Okay. I've been singing that recently.
Really?
Yes.
I do.
I really have been singing that to myself. And there's another one, Janae Aiko, Call Me Patient. I'm satisfied with life.
I know that song.
She played that last night in our my yoga instructor. That was, and I just was hitting those poses. Like, yes, I am satisfied with life. I do not just get by, I thrive. What a miracle to be up and alive. Sending love to those who are stuck in the fight. I cannot relate to the hate that they made up in their mind. I do not participate because everything's all right. Or something like that at the end. But yeah, that's the words. And it just resonates with me so much.
Yeah, as it should. As it should for all of us. I just wish, and this is really one of the reasons why I did this podcast, because I want people to understand behind.
Yes.
Behind. No judgment. Good luck to you if you're doing this with our girl.
Oh.
And I mean that with no shade. I mean that with grace. I mean that with love. It's not coming. I don't know. I was listening to Megan Ashley, and she was saying how she went through this walk trying to find peace, and she was doing the crystals and charging them in the moon and doing the sage and doing all these things. Whatever, but it was like when she started to become intimate with God is when she found peace.
Yeah.
And as much as I preach peace, I was able to intentionally in real time identify it. I ain't gonna say this word. I just want peace. I want peace. I'm explaining to Danielle, my therapist. I said, this is going on, and honey, see, when I tell you hell was going on, stuff was happening simultaneously, at the same time, big things was happening. And I told her, I said, I don't know why, but I didn't even cry. I'm not panicked. My heart rate didn't go up. I didn't get stressed. I didn't overeat. I'm fine. It's it's a little weird. Shouldn't I be a little worried about this problem? She was like, oh, you left cues.
That suppresses all understanding.
And we just both got silent. She allowed me to process that. This is what this feels like. In real time. Oh, peace. You're welcome here
anytime. When I tell you I walk in peace, I live in peace. I am at peace with any and everything that goes on because it has to be God's will. I only want what He wants for me. And a lot of times we want what we want, but He's trying to pull us away from that. There's something better. Listen, I want what God wants for me. And it's very peaceful. And
this is why I don't. Yes, that's word. How are you with your Listen, Linda. I love what you are doing to represent God. I love what you are doing to represent, and you make it so sexy.
Thank you.
I'm sexy mean classy.
Okay,
you make it so sexy.
He's also,
is that.
Listen,
he is big. I ain't gonna lie. He is big.
Not make Paris just this.
He's giving it.
He's put some fun in there.
A whole vibe.
That's what it is. But a lot of people, they're like, oh no, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. look like this. I can't say that.
Mhm.
Child, God know what he made when he made me.
I need you to know that.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So, yes.
The aesthetics behind, the aesthetics behind what you represent, I think is so important. Like, because when you think of Grambling, you think the band. When you think of LSU football, like, people go to these places for the hype or for the sex sales or for the stats or for, God, but you're representing him so well. God is lit over here.
Thank you.
We're not suited up, booted up, and experience. You don't have to experience church hate and hurt and all that stuff. Like, when I tell you, God is a whole vibe.
Yes.
And we have here some amazing prayer journals. Yeah.
Yes, there are prayer journals for women and men. And like I said, I've been doing this since I started my prayer journal line in 2019, but I've been documenting my prayers to God since 2010. And it started out as I was working my first big girl job. And it was a lot on the job. I didn't know jobs were like that. People way back when. I was not prepared.
You said
for
this is
the
ghetto.
I was like, what is going on? This so like, but the money is so good. This is my first big girl job. So I'm praying, like, what do I need to do? Like, imagine getting up for work, doing your makeup, and you're about 5 minutes away from turning into the parking lot. You start crying. You mess up your makeup. You're just sad. Because you have to go deal with that energy for 8 hours. It was just so much. And me, I can, back then, like, I was a little naive. So I was even more so, it was like, listen, girl.
Girl.
Okay, wow.
Somebody was hugged.
Yeah, like, I would go there dressed up, my heels on, just, like, it's not that serious. Wear and take. But that's always been me to pour into myself. So I'm
glad that you kind of, you stay with it.
I had to put it in my mind, like, but then it was the other things that go on with it, the mess and all of that. So I'm praying, I'm like, God, what is this? So I'm going to church. I'm going to the altar. I'm praying, like, I'm stressed, but this is the most money I've ever made in my life. What do I do? So I'm tired of talking to people about what's going on. I just decided to start writing and keeping documentation. Because just in case anything went on, this is what happened on this day. Exactly. So I was just documenting it. But then I realized that this is therapeutic for me. This is a release to release what's on my mind, because I felt good every time I would journal. So I would do it more often. And it started from it started from a job and now we have this. And now I've always did it, but recently I go back and read. So this is March 2024. I'll go and see where my mindset was March 2014.
Oh, how is that? Because for me, it's just, I be wanting to rip the page.
Well, let's just say she grown a lot.
Oh, come on.
She has grown.
Okay, pause. You see how I just said, I just be like cringy, and your response was grace. She has grown. Not, Lord, I can't believe. She has grown. This is,
because that was the Paris in 20.
Yeah.
That was at 26. That was the Paris at that time. That's what she knew. That's how she knew how to handle things. That's what she was going through. Those emotional times, whatever it may be. That's for her at that time. But 10 years later, of course, she's the same woman. What I was praying for then and beyond is what I currently live in. So with shows me that what I am asking God for now is going to happen. There's no choice. So that's why I'm always giving myself grace. That's why I'm not in a rush. That's why I'm okay, Paris, you're gonna get it done. You know you are. Because it's a track record. It's proven. I can see it. I've lived it. I've lived it.
Pink Grace looks good on you.
Thank you.
It looks good on you. And I know that you know this because you are who you are. But I just want to remind you how important you are in today's world, how important you are for the people that you influence, even like you pour to me. Even like now, this is really helping me give myself more grace, especially because now I know how. But my takeaway, I was designed for this. This is actually what it was supposed to be.
And I can feel that for you. This is exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But the timing is perfect. The timing is perfect. The space, the timing. You are not too late, baby. You are right on time. You're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
At the time you're supposed to be here.
I received that.
And you are doing amazing work. We need this. We need this outlet, especially coming from you.
That's so good because behind the scene, confidentiality is everything for me.
Yes.
Everything. My clients are doing so good. Don't you love that? So good. Sometimes I say, you'll never know who my clients are.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just be like, I be feeling the problem.
Yes.
They're doing so good.
Yes.
And I'm necessary. I am important.
Yes, you are.
I am.
Yes.
And so are you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm glad. So real quick, shout out to Pastor Lena who nudged me, pushed me, told
I
me.
love her.
Yes.
Watch her YouTube.
Yes. To actually we started with y'all gonna see the growth when we start posting. Y'all gonna see the growth.
Sure, this is it right here. Listen. We set up in here.
Girl, and right before you came, Eric E, we used to be talking before we got on. He was teaching me how to like plug this up and turn that off and click that and do this and send that airdrop. And I was like, I'm not a producer. I don't know what I'm doing. But I said, this is the conversation with God. I'm pushing God. You pull your weight. Pull your weight. Show up for me. Show up. And Gabby got in and you came perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
She thought she was late. I promise you on time. She walked up in the house playing. Taking stuff off and flipping shoes all over the place.
And look how it turned out. Like, I'm so, so, so proud of you to have this beautiful space to do it. Like, this is all you. This is all yours. Like, do you ever sit back and look at Elite Therapy?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look at your degrees, just look at your books and just everything. Then you're a mom of two. Girl, save some of them skills from me. Let me know how you.
I got you.
Listen.
I got the book. The game is to be told. Not
Girl.
so I got you. I'm gonna listen to the.
Help me when the time
I promise.
is there.
Oh yeah, you in good hands. And I know you got Ash, which is an amazing. She's a dope human.
Oh my girl,
yes,
every person that's ever been connected to me, past and present, it's amazing.
Yeah,
every person. Yes.
Oh, and I'm doing exactly
sure.
what I need from it too.
For sure, every person is amazing, but like they always tell me, light attracts light. So,
I'm grateful.
I'm happy to be. Ashley and I call each other our mirror. We're just a mirror to one another. She see me, I see her. And it's where you are. That's why I believe that it's so important for us to do that self-work, because who are you attracting and why and how? Because if it's something or something's going on in your life that you do not like, it's something within you. It's something within you. It's that self-work, and that's so important for me to do on the daily. So I take that very, very seriously. My just working on self, that personal development. I'm always listening to podcasts, reading books, praying to God, working out, just always doing that personal development of work. Yes, ma'am.
And I have
that's
to also a way to honor God.
Oh yeah.
A way to honor His temple. Like you
That's
did
right.
this. You did some, honey, and I'm a big deal.
Okay.
You're a big deal. Let me take care of this value you produce.
Yes. That's right.
Yes.
Because if not, that's like a slap in the face to God.
I agree.
And nowadays we have social media. People can compare themselves to people's highlight reel. Like you don't know what's going on in no one's life. It looks good behind these filtered, edited photos and all of that. But it's like you cannot do that. You really have to fall in love with your real life. And I've always been in love with my real life, even on social media though. So yeah.
And I love love everything about elite therapy. EliteTherapy.love. My email.
That's it. Yep.
.love.
Yep. We really do love
everything. Is love.
Yep. Everything.
I love you.
I love you, honey, very much. I love you. I admire you. I'm inspired by you. You know, you are her. Been her. I told you that in 21.
Yes, you did.
2006 or something. Because first off, it's just in me to see if I see something, if I see someone beautiful, looking nice, I have to tell them.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
You know?
That's a sign of high confidence within yourself too.
Yeah.
A lot of self-confidence, the self-esteem. Everybody's a human. Let's not take away from that. That is a sign. You can walk around giving compliments, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I think we had music class there. Was that music? Or was that like a
statistics?
We definitely had statistics. We had a few classes together.
Yeah, because I know it was too familiar.
Yeah. And you were telling me, you know where you live, and you have your car, you have your apartment. Girl,
I remember being shocked that you were shocked.
I was so shocked because I'm like, that is amazing. I live with my parents. But
I was like, that is amazing. Girl,
I had just bought my first car, brand new car. Yeah, the red one. Yes, you remember Foxy? My little Nissan Sentra.
Yep.
I paid her off. It was just
you held sister down.
I had her until
the G-Wagon, huh?
The G-Wagon was recently, but so I had her until 2019. So 2006 to 2019. When I started the prayer journals, I was like, you know what? It's time for me. Actually, I had a conversation with Ashley. We was talking about all the things. And then she told me that she had just got a new car. I'm like, do I want a car? No, do I want to get a car? What I want? She said, well, do you want a car for the woman you are today? Oh, girl, don't yell to me. Let me go on this call line. Let me go on this call line. So I went and got my dream car that was on my vision board, the Benz, the white one. But now this one is an even dreamer car, the one I have now.
I had some.
We'll talk off camera.
We'll do it. That ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know. Let me tell you, Ash got to get up here. Ash got me together. She came in here one day. We about to wrap. Because I got to leave the journey. Ash came in here to congratulate me because she's a girl's girl.
All of us,
and
everyone that I surround myself with.
Is like genuine. I mean, I pray you encounter period like people like that. I pray that you guys encounter.
Yes.
She came in with my gift, and I was so shocked. I was like, Ash. And before I could say you shouldn't have, she said, accept this. Just that quick. And from I know not telling her this, but she'll probably say it. Ever since that, I always receive. Give me.
That's right. Oh, honey, I don't ever have a problem with receiving.
I did. I told you I had a problem asking and receiving. Ever since it was right outside this door.
I love that for you. I love
never.
because the thing is, first and foremost, you ain't nothing.
And deserving.
You are deserving.
Yes.
We deserve.
Come on, Mama D.
So yes, yeah.
I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for the things that God is doing in our lives.
Yes.
And our lives. Yeah, we got to talk on camera. I thank you for being my official first guest.
Oh my God, I'm so honored.
Yes.
I don't want to make this my last time. I knew she was going to say that.
Don't let. There's one that I want to do. I'll say.
Okay.
Any final words? Come on, let us know what's going on, what we need to do, who we need to follow, who we need to, yes.
So, final words. I would say, give yourself grace. It's okay to think that you are all that. That's quite all right. What's wrong with that? I believe the world has, situations and things make you feel, oh no, you shouldn't think. Love yourself out loud.
A lot.
Please, because that helps other people to love themselves as well. When you show up as your true, authentic self without thinking about what you think someone else is thinking about you, show up in your full essence of self, showing that self-love, that inspires others to love themselves and show up as their true, authentic self as well. So I would say, work on confidence, self-love, knowing that God is love, and it's okay to love yourself out loud and know that you are everything.
And then some. Yeah. She did.
I wish we was cheers. I wish we was.
I know.
Next time. That's why I was. Say I love this.
What is that? Somebody called already up with this.
Okay.
My last words is that yes to what she said. If you do not know how to even get started, a therapist is a really good start. A therapist, just because you get a therapist, don't mean that's the right one for you. But my God, try, push. We're not going for perfection. We're going for move.
That's right.
Try. Elite Therapy is always here accepting clients. Well, I won't say always. For now, we are. And I'll link all of your everything.
Thank you.
In this podcast. I want to say thank you for absolutely everything. Not what you do, but also how you do it. And I didn't have to say it, but don't stop. My God. Yeah.
But I'm glad you said it because I do need to hear that. As much as I know,
thank you.
I thank you.
Well,
telling me.
All right, peeps. Until next time, you have watched and listened to the podcast. You said it, I didn't. But we discussed mental health, everything in between.